Come on down to Jimmy Sports Lounge. Come on down tonight. Come on. Come on down to Jimmy Sports Lounge. Everything gonna be alright. Come on down to Jimmy Sports Lounge. Come on down today. Come on. Come on down to Jimmy Sports Lounge. It's a great place to stay.
Back again for number 10. Join Big B, DK, and Mike Jolitz for all the hot topics, weird news, and shenanigans. It's Cave Crew Radio, Season 10 at cavecrewradio.com.
Welcome to the Cave Crew Radio pre-show. We are about to go live on cavecrewradio.com, YouTube and Facebook. Please share the show. And remember to like, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss a thing. And please leave us your comments too. Get ready. It's going to be another big show with all the latest hot topics, pop culture and weird news. Ladies and gentlemen, and I use that term loosely, here are your hosts, DK and the Big B.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. DK here with Big B.
Hi there.
And we're about to be hijacked. Apparently, our new partner is telling us what to do on the pre-show.
Oh, is very excited.
Right.
So that's compared to what we had the last time. Not Stu, but Scotty.
Oh, the chair.
The chair.
Yeah.
I'll take this over the chair any day and 16 times on Sunday.
He says to me, though, he says, I got two. You're going to play one on the pre-show. I said, all right, roger that, 10-4. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. And I'm like, that's your problem.
He'll figure it out, I'm sure.
That's your department there, Mike Jolitz. Yeah, we're going to do that in just a few seconds. Slight sign of winter here in Windsor, Ontario. We got flurries. Like the warmest weather I've seen, I think, in my lifetime this winter.
Well, that's a good thing, right?
It is, but you know what I heard? Rats don't die.
What?
Rats don't die when the weather is warmer, so we're going to pay for it.
You have a rat problem in Windsor, Ontario?
I think we got a rat problem in North America, do we not?
Well, I'm in New York, so you have a rat problem. Of course you do. It's a big city. I would assume like Toronto would have that as well. I wouldn't think Windsor, Ontario would have.
Well, we have 500,000 people. It's not, and it's quite condensed. But
you have 500,000 people. We have 7 million people.
Yeah, and I agree, but I wonder, like, we're going to pay for this warm weather, and you know me, Big B. I'm not a conspiracy guy, but I think we're going to have like worse mosquitoes, more fucking yellow jackets because the cold weather didn't do its job.
Well, the big talk here is, this is the longest New York has ever gone without having snow. And I'm excited by it. I hate snow, but
yeah, because your torch doesn't work.
Well, it does, but it just takes a while. But they're talking about maybe sometime next week we'll get a little bit of snow, or and they said we're still in line for a major snowstorm before the season ends. So I don't know.
Well, I'm sure we'll get hit once, but it's been crazy. It's been completely mild. Anyway, listen, that talk is clicking, and we got a big show ahead of us. But like I said, our newest co-host kind of hijacked and told us what was going to be going on. And this week, ladies and gentlemen, we have two, not one. I haven't listened to either, by the way. We have two Mike Jolitz Twitter shits. You write the tweet and he reads it. And here's the first one that we're going to go with you tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, it's time for another edition of Twitter Shits with Mike Jolitz.
Mike Jolitz Twitter Shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz
Joel's Twitter shit. You write the tweets and they read the fucking shit. All right. All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Twitter Shit. Yes, I am back with another episode of the Twitter Shit. Once again, this is like shooting fish in a barrel. You know, it's too easy. Rob Reiner is going on the attack against Trump again and sucking on Biden's schlong. So anyway, here's the backstory. The difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump is Joe Biden is a decent law-abiding person, and Trump is a pathologically lying criminal. All right, so you guys know the deal. There's the story. Now I read the tweets. Some guy named Mike Jolitz tweeted back at Rob Reiner, and you're a meathead that believes politicians care what you think.
And then?
Ryan Jabroni tweeted, this is your brain if you're a boomer.
And then?
5 Against 1 tweeted out a photo of Biden sniffing on Rob Reiner's neck.
And then?
Mark Frontal Lobotomy tweeted out, is this a parody account?
And then?
Mr. Black tweeted, the difference between you and Jeffrey Epstein is nothing.
And then?
At BK Have It Your Way tweeted, the difference between Trump and Biden starts with a teleprompter.
And then?
Lisa Wants To tweeted out, that's some funny shit.
And then?
Esquire Tommy Boy tweeted, is COVID affecting your mind?
And then?
At Pink Falcon tweeted, Rob, aren't you due to get another booster shot this week?
And then?
At Tebby the Conservative tweeted, calm down, little Trump hater. I found your binky.
And then?
Hector Bendejo tweeted out, you're not convincing anyone, Butterball. He called him a Butterball. That's great.
Ned.
Flutie Johnson tweeted out, Pinocchio Joe can't stop lying.
And then?
At The Truth, I didn't know Rob Reiner was a comedian.
And then?
Stevie Sticks tweeted, you're such a sad person.
And then?
At Todd Merca tweeted, Rob, it's Sunday, man. Lay off the booze.
And then?
Chucky Boy tweeted out, so many people are laughing at you, Rob. We get it, though. He's your guy.
And then?
Vince Two Dongs tweeted out, who's the real criminal, Donald Trump or Joe Biden? A resounding 98% said it's Biden.
And then?
At Good Bud tweeted out, you're funny. You got that going for you, which is nice.
And then?
And finally, in the Twitter shits, at Trader Dix tweeted, I like these parody accounts. They're convincing at times.
And then?
No, and then.
Alrighty, guys, that does it for this. The Twitter shits again of Rob Reiner. I gotta find some other people to make fun of. But anyway, guys, I'll be back next week with another episode of the Twitter shits. Bye-bye.
Mike Joel's Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Joel's Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Joel's Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads the fucking shit. All right. All right. Here's the breaking news.
Ooh.
People out there listening don't have to wait till next week. And the people listening to the radio show and the podcast will get a brand new Twitter shits.
Nice. It's always fun when he makes fun of, well, when Rob Reiner opens himself up to be made fun of by the masses because he is a complete douchebag.
I think he has his targets.
Oh, he's such oh my God. The character he played on All in the Family is him.
Meathead. Yeah.
He's a, as Archie would call him, a commie meathead.
Oh Lord. Here we go.
Douche.
We are going to go live, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do. I've got to remember to turn us on in England on Pulse Talk Radio. We are so glad to have you with us tonight. It's going to be a great show. Just wait and see. Big B and I are totally exhausted, but we have Mike Jolitz to save the show on more than one occasion this week. Big B.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank God for our friends.
That's right.
Air traffic control, bring in New York. Roger that. Bring in Canada. 10-4. Gentlemen, we have liftoff.
The show is about to start. We have liftoff. In 3, 2, 1.
Bam! We are back again for number 10. Cave Crew Radio, Season 10. Let's go. CaveCrewRadio.com.
There was a time when the world turned their back on men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundary. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of the men.
I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tonight's broadcast of the masculine feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gotta go to a place like a shot and a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Craven, what else are you gonna do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball! It's a power
This is Cave Crew Radio.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, if you missed the pre-show, bad. If you're listening on talk radio or podcast, how do you find it, you ask? YouTube, CaveCrewRadio.com, Facebook. One simple search, Cave Crew Radio. By the way, my name is DK. It's great to be here. I am live from my cave in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Very slight touch of winter this week, or this weekend. Anyway, it's been a very mild winter, and I'm very happy to see that. We've got a great show ahead for you, ladies and gentlemen. We got Mike reads the news. We got our second Twitter shit. Second, you say, pre-show. Just mentioned it. We've got epicenters, we've got news, we've got Florida. You're going to want to put some popcorn in the microwave and sit back and enjoy the show. But ladies and gentlemen, joining me as always is the one and only.
And now, he is the king of the sovereign county of Urain Stench and Stenchlandia, the commander-in-chief of the Water Gypsies, the self-proclaimed president of the United States, a university graduate, and always the epicenter of something. Ladies and gentlemen, His Royal Highness, Big B.
Yes, live from Queens, New York. I am King B, King of Stenchlandia and the Water Gypsies, your president-elect of the United States of America, and as always, the epicenter of something this week. As of last week, I am the epicenter of all things dry eyes syndrome, I guess.
Interesting.
I went to the eye.
You're itchy.
I went to the eye doctor for my checkup, and I'm getting new glasses. They should be coming soon. And I'm telling the eye doctor, my eyes continually burn, and one eye is always watering. She looks in my eyes and says, "You have dry eyes." You need to now take eye drops twice a day, every single day for the rest of time, I guess. I don't know.
She looks in your eyes,
Mm-hmm.
deep into your eyes.
She sees my corneas, yes, deep
Yes,
into my eyes.
She's seen parts your wife has not even seen.
That's right.
And says, you have dry eyes.
That's right.
Yeah. No shit, you fucking moron. And you went to university for 10 years for this?
Well, it was all part of my checkup. I have my regular yearly eye exam to get new glasses.
But could they not come up with a better name than dry eyes?
Dry eye syndrome.
I like better things like Omicron.
Well, I may have had Omicron when I had COVID like a month ago, whenever it was. But yes, I have dry eye syndrome.
Dry eye syndrome. Is this what's worse? Dry eye syndrome or yellow phlegm flu?
Dry eyes are the worst.
Yeah.
Because your eyes literally burn. And what she told me is weird. She said, and I don't remember the exact words she said, but basically the tears that my eyes generate are terrible. They're not good.
There's some kind of toxic chemical in there.
Well, it's basically like my eye produces them and they evaporate right away. So they don't coat the eye or whatever it is. So my eye was always watering. This eye in particular was always watering. And to me, it's counterintuitive that my eye is always wet, but I have dry eyes. What she said is that my brain is telling my eyes, because my eyes are dry, my brain is telling my eyes to produce tears, but my tears suck and they're continually evaporating. So my brain is telling my eye to overproduce tears, which leads to my eye continually tearing.
Could you not just have a V8?
Apparently not.
No. Okay.
I have over-the-counter eye drops that I have to take twice a day for forever, I guess. I don't know if or when this goes away, but I have to continually take eye drops now.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
If it's not one thing, it's another.
Right. It's only one eye. You could put a patch on and
it's both eyes, but this one is the main culprit. My left eye.
There might be a leak in between your thing there.
My septum?
Yeah, where it's like kind of your septum is leaking into the other eye.
It could be. I have no idea. But this is all I'm assuming, because this is new. So I'm assuming this is all part of just getting old.
Yeah.
Well, like things start leaking and hurting and falling apart as you get older.
At least you haven't peed your pants yet.
Not yet.
See?
Who knows what next week will bring?
I can't wait. This is why I keep doing this. No, not today. Yesterday, I was getting a government inspection, and I work in a propane plant, right? And it was really muddy in various areas, and everyone climbed underneath this pipe. I climbed down, and I thought I was permanently going to be a golem. I froze for a second, and one of my coworkers said, "Are you going to be able to stand up?" And I looked up, and I went, "I'm not sure."
You could have been one of those stories about the people who fall into septic tanks and things like that.
Yes.
You could have been one of those stories.
I was like frozen for this instant. And I'm thinking, I'm just too old for everything.
It's
too old for everything.
Isn't it a shame? Like when we were young, we could have done these things, but we were stupid when we were young and didn't realize things we were doing. No. Now that we realize these things, we're too old to do it properly.
So the possibility of when we cliff jumped and when we rode toboggans and decided to crash into a tree just because it was fun, our body's now saying, hello, remember me?
We are paying the price.
You can no longer move.
That's right. And I remember you speaking of toboggans. Remember the lane splitter out in California?
Yeah.
So he's got videos of us back in 1993-ish, something like that, where it was snowing here in New York, and we went up to the park, and the park has a hill, so everybody, goes down on the sleds and all that stuff. and we have, he took video of all of us going down these sleds, crashing, and all of this. There was one time, me and a friend of mine, I was behind him, he was in front. We're going down this hill, and it was at night, and we didn't see what was in front of us. And apparently there was a ditch in front of us. So our sled, we're going like, pretty good speed. Our sled hit the ditch. We went, somehow I flew over him. Like I caught air, flew over him from the back. As he's looking up, flying on his back like this, he's seeing me fly over him. And, we landed, we were okay because we were 22, 21. We could bounce right back. But now I think I'm paying for that.
You now have dry eye syndrome.
I now have dry eye syndrome and everything hurts.
I'm thinking the same thing. Like it used to be, you bang your knee. Like, you know me, I played hockey and separated shoulder, broken collarbones, yada, yada, yada. You bounce back 3-4 weeks max. You're back out there again. You're feeling like $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Now I cough and I break a rib, and it takes 6 months.
Yep. I'm right there with you. I have random pains that I don't know why I have them.
Yes.
Like I've pain shooting through the front of my shin. Like I have shin splints. Like I'm a fucking track runner. That I have shin splints. But I sit behind a desk all day on my computer, so I have no idea why I have this pain. But I do.
I know. I cough and I think I have appendicitis. It's like random shit that goes on these days.
Yeah, we're getting too, as Danny Glover and Lethal Weapon put it, we're getting too old for this shit.
We are. Do you have a drink coming, or should we go to Mike reads the news right off the bat?
It's not here yet.
All right, let's get to Mike reads the news because we got a lot to get to. We'll let him take the steam because he's been telling us what to do all week. So, ladies and gentlemen, a favorite segment of ours is Mike reads the news, where we get in 2-3 minutes just about everything important that happened this week.
And now, Cave Crew Radio presents Mike Reads the News with Mike Jolitz.
Hello, Cave Crew Radio. How are you guys doing today? Hello, DK, and hello, Sir Big B. Yeah, guys, I'm back. It is Friday, January the 20th. Wow, this year is flying by. Alrighty, guys, it is now time for Mike Reads the News. Chris the Mole Man was arrested in Hopeville, USA last week. He was bare-assed with a flute hanging out his butt on the side of the I-10. He was tased 3 times before they took him in. The female police officer in Tennessee that was fired for having sex while on duty has started a new career. She's on OnlyFans now. Her handle is HoCop. Biden surprised a fast food worker when he called in a burger order. The startled teen kept telling the dumbass he called a Taco Bell. Biden didn't hear it, though. Rihanna's doing the halftime show at the Super Bowl here shortly. Meh, another halftime I'll pass on. It's just not my thing. Madonna's coming to Phoenix on her upcoming tour. Apparently, they're having a meet and eat for $350. Not sure if that's dinner with her or you can eat her out. An inmate on death row in Tennessee died last week. He was sentenced in the 90s. Yeah, the bastard died in his sleep. Comedian Joe Moffat got written up at work yesterday for giggling every time his boss told him he needed to, quote, satisfy my member, unquote. Now that's some funny shit. And finally in the news, it's almost time to get your redneck back on. In Arizona, the Ostrich Festival is coming back to Chandler. It's at Tumbleweed Park, March 16th through the 19th. Can honestly say I never want to go to that. Alrighty, guys, that is for the news. It is now time for the tidbits. They're not headlines. They're just little tiny pieces of shit. Yeah. The Vikings hate the Packers so much they refuse to win a Lombardi trophy. Yeah. Happy 77th birthday to Dolly Parton. Damn. Yeah. Alec Baldwin was charged with involuntary manslaughter over the 2021 Rust shooting, on the movie set. Yeah. And finally in the tidbits, Rest in peace, David Crosby of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Bummer. Alrighty, guys, that does it for the news. That does it for the tidbits. I am out of here. I will be back next week. Hope you guys enjoyed that first Twitter shits from earlier, and check out the next one coming up. It's amazeballs. Alrighty, guys. Later. Bye-bye.
Hot topics, weird news, shock talk radio, cavecrewradio.com.
I have two questions. I first of all want to say, how did Mike Jolitz know that I was going to play the news before the next Twitter shit?
That is a good question.
He is an insider. I did not say a word to him. I also meant to ask earlier, in chat, he was mentioning how the family likes to watch the neighbors' rats run around. Is that the Weavers?
That in chat, that was actually your wife who said that.
Oh, really?
Yes. I pulled it up on Facebook just to see, the various Facebook users. And do you have a neighbor with?
So the neighbors own the rats. That's I didn't know we had possession of these beasts.
Yeah, it says your wife. We have rats. We watch them run from our neighbor's yard from under his shed. So what neighbor is this that she is?
And that would be the Serbian neighbor, of course. Who else would it be? And did I tell you about the cameras he put out?
All I know is about your war with the length of the lawn.
I love this guy, I really do. But he's got cameras like he's doing a television production. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we're all investing in Wi-Fi cameras and security, and we're all doing that shit. I haven't set mine up yet. I actually have to work. But he's got these things that are like, they're for a bank or something in the front and the backyard. And he pulls me over and he says to me the other day or last week, whatever. And it's like, I saw it on television. We need to have these cameras. I'm protecting the neighborhood. You don't go anywhere. And I've got dogs. I'm pretty sure we're okay. I just had a washer delivered today. The dogs were going crazy. No one's going to come here.
So how is he protecting the neighborhood if the cameras are for the front and back of his house?
He's got these weird tattoos on his arm too, Big B. I think he survived some like war camps or. I wouldn't speak about him, but I know he's not able to watch this in English. But, yeah, and I'm looking at these things. These things are swinging around like something you'd see outside, like fucking, like I'm trying to protect 3,000 pounds of 24 karat gold in my basement.
So he's got like Scarface security cameras.
Yeah,
those cameras that like
Yes, and I guarantee they're gonna. And if I get shot in the ass with something walking from my car from the road, I'm gonna be really pissed off. Because I wouldn't be surprised if there's like fucking sensors in these cameras and they're going to start near, none foreign object.
I bet you he can't wait for something to happen and the police to come knock on his door. Excuse me, sir. I noticed that you have cameras. Can we see the videotape? And of course. Come right in, sirs.
Yeah.
And he's got this whole monitor bank set up with each camera, and he could flip back and forth and do this and do that. I bet you he can't wait.
But here's the thing. He can't do this or do that. Okay, he's probably going to call me. Hey, manager guy. Camera not moving. Oh, wait a minute. We got something here.
Manager guy. He calls you manager guy?
Yeah, that's what he calls me. Manager guy. How come you're not wearing a tie? Because I don't fucking feel like it, okay? I don't feel like anything these days. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have a brand new drink from Mrs. B. We really do got to get her a stinger. What is the name of this and what's the history behind it?
So this is a completely original Mrs. B original drink. She's calling it the Barney Rubble.
Oh, nice. I like Barney.
And it has vanilla vodka, heavy cream, and the secret ingredient, which I'm going to tell you as part of the backstory and visual aid for this drink.
Looks like Pepto-Bismol, but
It does look like Pepto-Bismol, but it tastes like what I'm about to show you.
Okay.
So we were in, this was probably right before New Year's. We were getting stuff for our New Year's Day, breakfast, lunch, dinners type stuff. So we're walking around the supermarket.
You starve your guests.
Oh, that was Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So we're walking around the supermarket and going down the breakfast aisle. And I look down and I see this bottle. And I call my wife over and I show it to her. And she immediately says, "We have to get this." I said, "Okay." So you're all familiar with Mrs. Butterworth, right?
Oh, yes. It was banned, of course.
Well, the Mrs. Butterworth, the syrups and all of that. So what I found was this syrup right here.
Fruity Pebbles syrup. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
This is right, Mrs. Butterworth's Fruity Pebbles syrup. And on its own, I guess you can put it on pancakes. On its own, it tastes really terrible. But my wife was determined to find some use for it. So she said, "You know what? We could try doing this, making drinks out of this." I said, "Okay, go for it." So she came up
Can
under.
You hold that up again. I was distracted by some cunt asking for a hat in the Fruity Pebbles Mrs. Butterworth, ladies and gentlemen.
Fruity Pebbles Mrs. Butterworth. So through a little bit of trial and error, we came across this drink. And like I said, it's vanilla vodka, heavy cream, and this syrup. And that's all that's to it. And you taste it, and it tastes like Fruity Pebbles cereal.
This is probably why you have dry eye.
It could be why I have dry eye.
Yeah.
But
is that it, or does Mrs. B have a big coriander for you?
She says it's breakfast in a glass.
There you go.
The question is, as every week, is there more, or is this glass? She would have to make more.
Well, that sucks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. We've got some fun stuff to get in for you. All right, as you chug that, I ask you to please pull up your news stories, because we have some good ones.
Fruity Pebbles.
It's almost like he's having an orgasm, ladies and gentlemen.
It tastes really good. I'm saying Fruity Pebbles and vodka.
Yeah, Fruity Pebbles and vodka. Excuse me.
There you go. You would think. Why did I close? God damn it! I gotta find it again. You would think.
Rebel.
Huh?
You called it the Barney Rebel.
The Barney Rubble, like from the Flintstones.
Yeah.
The Barney Rubble. And Chris Apthorpe is in chat asking. Oh, was he the
first hat? It's in my fucking basement. I'll have my wife deliver it to you tomorrow. I've been busy. Don't push me this week, please.
He's very.
I have your fucking hat. Okay, I had to wait till it came on like triple back order. It's worse than like a microchip for a car to get hats out of fucking Jimmy. I'm going to be at Blue Mountain February 2nd, 8th. You should come. Eat shit.
Behind the headlines this week in Weird News.
Yeah, this week in Weird News. Hopefully some of our listeners can relate to this.
This first story comes from across the pond, as we like to say.
Yes.
It comes from Edinburgh Live. It says Edinburgh IKEA shoppers confused after man walks human dogs in front of families.
There's proof right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is not made up.
It is not made up. It is on video. Edinburgh IKEA customers were left baffled on Sunday afternoon when they visited their local store for lunch and spotted a shopper walking two men dressed like dogs through the store cafe.
Why are you going to IKEA for lunch? I know this is like a side note, but you're talking about the dog guys being fucked.
IKEA, people go to IKEA to eat because they got the Swedish meatballs, which are really good. And they got a full menu going on at the IKEA. I don't know if you want to call it, you don't want to call it a restaurant, but it's like a little eatery inside the store.
So this is bigger than the $1.25 hot dog and Coke at Costco.
Oh, absolutely. They got a full menu. You sit down at a table and you can eat. And
really?
And you could have a nice plate of Swedish meatballs and a whole bunch of other stuff.
And put together like a Jenga.
And yes, you could try to put together mini IKEA projects while you sit and eat.
Okay. I digress anyway. So two guys, pretty macho guys, but being hauled along
on leashes, wearing
leashes
costumes,
with dog hats on. And you wonder why we even do this show, ladies and gentlemen.
The local customer was with his wife on January 15th when they stopped in the IKEA cafe for a bite to eat. But the couple were left lost for words after witnessing a man walking other grown men dressed like dogs through the shop in front of kids and other families. In the bizarre video clip, a man dressed in normal clothing leads two men, both wearing leather dog masks with tails attached to their backs that appear to be wagging through the cafe.
They're wagging.
One is wearing a red costume with a matching mask and tail, along with a black hoodie with dog paws printed on it, which suggests they could be part of some club.
Oh, almost like the Hells Angels, but dogs.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's the Hell's Puppies.
Hey, listen. I sent you that thing the other day. I'm getting a little off topic, but did you see that? Like the LBGQDDD, and there's all these things that are added to it.
I didn't.
From here on out, I don't care, Big B. I am referring to them as the letter people.
As you should, because and by the way, the 25 on it, because you were asking.
Of course.
Because they believe that there's 9 million genders. I think the 25 has to do with the, genders that the made up genders that they think they have.
I, from this day forth, don't mean to divert from the story, ladies and gentlemen, will only refer to them, and all the backlash I get, I really don't care. The letter people.
The letter people.
Yeah.
That's right. The other, we just described one person. The other walks in front of him walks in front of him is wearing a black and white mask and tail with mostly regular clothing.
God, he's wearing mostly regular clothing. That's important.
That I guess it is. Yeah. They continue to walk through the store casually, and most shoppers don't even seem to notice the odd scene. Alan Watson, who captured the odd video, told Edinburgh Live, "I was having lunch at around 1 p.m. in IKEA with my wife when I saw the two guys dressed like dogs walking past with their friend or dad."
Oh.
Now, I have a question. If this is going through your mind, if it's their father, why is their father walking them on dog leashes while they wear dog masks?
This could be punishment. A form of grounding.
But you would think there would be some form of sign, maybe like I did this or
yeah. But this is Big B. You and I come from a very different world. We're like Spock and William Shatner. Remember that episode where they were, beamed down to Earth?
Yes.
Strange it was.
Yes, it was
That's
very,
me and you.
in today's world. Yes, I think
Yeah,
that's me and you.
That's me and you. We're looking around going, I thought I was from Earth, but this is really fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adults who dress as dogs like this are also known as furries.
Yeah.
We've talked about the
letter
furry people.
That's
We've
all
talked
they
about
are.
the furry people, I don't know, a long time ago. The furry fandom is a subculture interested in non-human characters conveying human characteristics, such as walking on two legs, wearing clothes, and displaying human emotions. Many in the community take part in role play while dressed as a furry, and that can sometimes entail going out in public while wearing the costume.
Is that not called Sims?
Like
you know
the
that
video
game?
The video game The Sims?
Yeah, just play Sims.
Well,
Or do that thing that Scotty did. What was that weird place he was?
Oh, Second Life.
Yeah, where you could be anything.
You could be anything and be a secret, unknown, silent partner of yourself. And
is it possible that Second Life has caused a vortex in our pretty little world as we like it to be?
And we're walking amongst the Second Life avatars.
We're living in a parallel universe.
You know what? In today's modern society, with all the technological advancements, you never know.
It's just strange.
Could Scotty be on the cusp of a major discovery that we don't know about?
He was warning about us all kinds of shit.
Yeah, but we didn't take him seriously.
I know.
He talked to a chair.
Should.
He talked to a chair and lived in a place where people argue about the bathroom.
And this man is dressed around walking human beings as dogs.
This is true. Although many think it is a sexual fetish, more often than not, dressing up like animals is a fun escape for a community of people who enjoy expressing themselves in this way. The fandom is not that common, and definitely isn't something you see every day. But according to Channel 4's Secret Life of the Human Pups, which explores the phenomenon, around 10,000 people in the UK follow the pet play craze.
I want to dress up as a sponge. You know, like a sponge you use in the... And I want to waddle around McDonald's like that fucking purple thing.
Would you dress up like you mean Grimace, the purple?
Yeah,
Grimace.
I want to walk, but I want to be a sponge. I don't want to be a dog or a cat or a...
So would you be SpongeBob?
Yeah, but no, that's already taken. I just want to be a sponge. I just want to fall on the floor and pretend I'm cleaning it, you know. Like scrubbing bubbles or something.
Hold while I write things down.
Well, I'm just saying.
That's a
if you
show
can dress as a dog or you can marry a tree, why can't I dress up as a sponge?
You can dress up as anything you want.
Hey, it's a brand new world, as that Disney song would say.
It is. It is a brand new, brave new world.
Yeah, brave new world. Yes.
And I would say to Chris Apthorpe, who says Fruity Pebbles and vodka equals Queens, New York panty dropper, I would say go drink more banana bread beer.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting hostile out there tonight. Are we done with these pups?
That was it. Yeah.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you all order takeout. You know, we all order takeout at some point.
Sure.
Oh, wait. How did that one come?
That's not it.
No, that's not it. That's
if that would come with your takeout, we might all order more takeout.
Yeah, that was the wrong part. Anyway, a guy ordered takeout, and here's what happened.
This next story comes from the Toronto Sun. Headline reads, "Man holds pizza delivery driver hostage over forgotten drink."
Right. Could you imagine this? I've often thought when I retired, this would be a good job, right? Like delivering pizza or or McDonald's or whatever we deliver these days. It's ongoing. It'd be your job, like just a little bit of extra income when you're collecting your pension. But holy shit, was it really this guy's fault he forgot to pop?
Well, could this be, our friend Jason Scott orders a lot of Domino's.
Yeah.
Could he be the next person to hold the delivery driver hostage because they forgot something?
I could see him doing that because he was bitching about like straws and dipping sauces and shit.
We'll see. There you go.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get his ranch dipping sauce, he might hold you hostage. A Pennsylvania man held a pizza delivery driver hostage because he didn't have his drink. The driver told police that when he began to walk away from the customer's apartment, did I miss part of the story? This sounds like I'm coming in the middle of it, but there's like 9,000 ads in here.
Oh.
The driver told police that when he began to walk away from the customer's apartment, Tony, I guess that's this guy's name, asked where his soda was.
Tony, he's on a first name basis with these dudes.
Exactly. When the delivery driver didn't have his drink, Tony allegedly pulled the man inside and locked the door. The delivery man said he managed to escape by pushing Tony, fled the scene, and immediately contacted the Johnstown Police Department. Cops arrived at the apartment of the accused, who allegedly smelled of alcohol and had slurred speech. It is unknown if Tony, who goes by the name of Pooker.
Oh, Tony, a.k.a. Hey, my name is Tony, but they call me the Pooker.
Pooker?
They call me the Pooker.
It's unknown if he actually ordered a beverage or if he just expected one to come with the pizza. Tony, otherwise known as Pooker, faces 1 count of false imprisonment.
Is there any way, and I know we're like a long ways off from production and there's probably a lot of shit going on with the Weavers and all that, but do you think we could have, my name is Tony, but they call me the Pooker?
That would have to be included in some form of song.
I don't sing. Well, I have sung.
I know you don't sing, but
I'm
like
quite
that,
inebriated when I sing, though, right? Like it's like.
But that little sound clip could be placed inside a song somewhere.
Yeah, I got you.
I think it would go great.
My name is Tony. Well, Jolitz, the guy that hijacks the show all the time, he could probably make that happen. My name is Tony, but they call me the Pooker.
Whoever made the Twitter shit song is wonderful.
This is golden. They call me the Pooker. I'm a little bit computer, but I'm not, because I'm from the Horde and we don't have the power. But that's okay. Hey, Tony, no, they call me the Pooker.
Look at DK rapping his way into stardom.
There we go. Where are you, Jolitz? We need you.
And that's it for the pizza guy.
All right, it's the Pooker. Yeah, that's, don't punish the delivery guy. That's all I gotta say. Now, this involves a flight in a very high-level executive, and he looks very sharp. Look at him. He's not the Pooker.
No, he is not the Pooker.
He is not the Pooker.
The Pooker would work for him, I think.
Yes. You can go get me Tony. The Pooker.
You mean the Pooker?
The Pooker. Go get me Tony.
This next story comes from the New York Post. Headline reads, ex-Wells Fargo Vice President Shankar Misra arrested for peeing on a passenger during an Air India flight.
What a way to go. You're a vice president. Look, I got nothing to lose. If I want to whip it out and pee on somebody on the Sprint airline on my way to Florida, that's up to me. I can regroup and recover and do something else.
Right.
You're a vice president of Wells Fargo.
Yeah, you're about to lose a lot more than any one of us would ever lose doing the exact same thing.
Just because you have the urge to urinate on someone on a plane. It could be vertigo, though. We don't know the whole story.
Well, I don't think he did it on purpose. Let's just say that. As we get into the story, we'll find out more. Shankar Misra, the former Wells Fargo executive, fired by the bank after he urinated on an elderly woman while intoxicated during an Air India flight in late November, was arrested in New Delhi, according to Indian media reports. Misra, a resident of Mumbai, was sought by police for days. In an apparent attempt to evade authorities, he switched off his phone on January 3rd and was using auto rickshaws to get around.
So he knew he was in the wrong. He's escaping on these auto rickshaws.
Yes.
Which I thought were Chinese. But anyway, I guess they got them in Delhi anyway, too.
Oh, they got them everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, they're convenient. You got a guy fucking probably named Puku, and he's hauling the rickshaw down by the Ganges.
The Pooker's riding his bicycle with the rickshaw attached to it.
So you just told me he didn't do this on purpose. Bullshit. He turned off his phone and he's escaping on a rickshaw.
Well, no. There's a difference. He didn't do the act on purpose, but then once he realized what he did, he doesn't want to get caught.
Is that like a felony level 1 in India to pee on someone?
I have no idea.
Is that more sacred than a cow?
Isn't it an elephant or is it a cow? I don't know.
No, the cows are sacred in India.
Okay.
It's like Bob Seger said when he probably urinated on that woman. He said, if I ever get out of here, I'm going to Kathmandu.
Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Who would have thought we'd ever hear a reference from Bob Seger tonight?
Yeah, never. I'm going to Kathmandu on that fucking rickshaw.
You never know what you're going to hear on this show.
Yeah.
Law enforcement officials were finally able to track him down at 3:30 a.m. local time on Saturday after he made a credit card purchase in Bangalore and gave away his location.
That was him. Use cash. You fucking moron.
Misra, who was canned from his corporate executive job by Wells Fargo as a result of the incident, was hauled before a judge in New Delhi on Saturday, where he was remanded to 14-day judicial custody. Police had requested that Misra be placed in their custody, but their request was denied. He faces charges of committing an obscene act in a public place, assault or criminal force to a woman with intent to outrage her modesty.
Oh, I like that. Outrage misconduct, her modesty.
And misconduct in public by a drunken person. Let me reread the second charge. Assault or criminal force to a woman with intent to outrage her modesty. I see you writing things down. I'm going to write something down. We may be writing the exact same thing.
We've been doing that lately. We got Moxie. Now, how do you I don't know. See, you used to watch really cool shows like me with the cops, and then they got taken off, and you got pissed off, and you don't watch anymore. Do you ever watch that thing on HLN where they're doing like the forensic?
Oh, the Forensic Files. Yes.
Yes, I love that show. And usually after the show, I go upstairs, watch a couple episodes, fall asleep. Did they catch him in his forensic urine?
Well, he did it on a plane, so everybody saw him. It's not like it was like on the Forensic Files. You don't know who did it. The plane saw him do it.
So he's like whizzing everywhere.
Well, we're going to get to that in 1 second.
Okay, can't wait. He probably sat on her lap and pissed his pants. I can't. Only on this show. Okay.
Earlier this week, an Indian newspaper revealed the contents of a complaint made by the 72-year-old victim to an executive at Air India. The woman alleged in her complaint that during a November 26th flight from New York to New Delhi, a male business class passenger walked to my seat completely inebriated. He unzipped his pants and urinated on me and kept standing there until the person next to me tapped him and told him to go back to his seat, at which point he staggered back
You're
to his
urinating on me. I'm not waiting for divine intervention.
I agree 100%. The minute your dick whips out and one drop of pee hits me, I'm swinging.
Right.
First of all,
like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm not waiting for the person next to me to stand up and be witness.
Right. What is this lady doing in her seat as she's being pissed on? Is she just waiting there till he's done?
Help me. Help me.
Oh my God.
Someone is urinating on me. Help me.
After her clothes were soaked in urine, she was offered airline pajamas and socks.
Oh, what exactly are airline? I didn't even know there was airline pajamas.
And socks.
I'm going to ask for this on my next trip. Excuse me, I'm a wee bit uncomfortable. May I have some airline pajamas and socks?
I didn't know this was, like I know you can get on a long flight, you can get a pillow or something. They may give you a little tiny blanket
Maybe
to cover
some
your shoulder.
earphones. Yeah, like, would you like water and some nuts? Whatever.
Right. I didn't know airline pajamas and socks were a thing.
This woman's like this. And I know they can't hear this on air, but oh, thank God. The guy next to me intervened. Well, this guy was urinating on you. Would you not at least say, excuse me?
Like I said, the minute one little drop hit, I'm swinging.
My name is not Potty. It's Patty.
She then changed out of her urine.
Can't shit happen like this to me while I'm on vacation, Big B? Why can't I turn to the right? I'm sitting there, I'm enjoying a flight, I'm watching CNN on the little TV with the free Wi-Fi. I turn over and whatever his fucking name is pissing all over a lady.
You would be the first one to whip out your phone, film it, and put it on TikTok.
Yes. And then I would say, let's turn this into an audio drama.
Yes, of course you would. She then changed out of her urine-tainted clothes during a trip to the bathroom. She criticized the way in which Air India staff handled her complaint. She wrote that they refused her request to switch seats, even though there was an open spot available in first class. The woman wrote in her complaint letter to the airline that she was then offered a small crew seat used by the airline staff, where I sat for about 2 hours.
Well, as long as it's dry, I'd be pretty happy.
Well, she wanted the seat in first class, but they told her here, to her horror, she wrote that the airline crew had asked her to return to the urine-soaked seat, which by this time was covered with a sheet, but she refused. I wouldn't want to sit in that seat either.
This should be enshrined in the Museum of Urine Stench Alley.
That's right.
You need to recover this.
This is a wonderful
this is a portion of the kingdom that I am in charge of. I want that seat.
Now, not only is that seat is now is full of piss, but what about the person sitting next to that seat?
Yeah.
I'd want to move too. Dude, I'm not sitting next to the piss seat. It smells of urine, and I want to move.
Kind of stinks here.
Yeah.
I'd be much happier by the crying baby. I'm not. It stinks. It really stinks.
I was then given the steward seat for the rest of the journey. The woman was also outraged that airline staff ignored her requests to not see the man who peed on her.
That could be very traumatic.
Well, the man sobered up by then and approached her, breaking down in tears and apologizing. He then begged her not to file a complaint as to spare his family.
Right. I just did the most terrible thing to you. And you know what? It's completely out of my character.
In my already distraught state, I was further disoriented by being made to confront and negotiate with the perpetrator of the horrific incident in close quarters. I told him that his actions were inexcusable, but in the face of his pleading and begging in front of me and my own shock and trauma, I found it difficult to insist on his arrest or press charges against him.
So she's feeling weak here. This guy's saying, like, I was possessed, man. I don't normally golden shower people. Forgive me.
Yeah, don't do anything about it. Leave. Just I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The woman blasted
the human toilet. I made a mistake.
The woman blasted the airline for initially refusing to reimburse her ticket. She wrote that the airline staff also refused her request to have the carrier foot the bill for cleaning her pee-stained clothing. It was only after the woman's son-in-law sent a complaint to Air India on the day after she landed that they agreed to reimburse the ticket. The airline said it issued a full refund weeks later. Campbell Wilson, the CEO of Air India's parent company, Tata Group, issued a statement apologizing for the airline's conduct and announcing that the company had laid off the pilot and 4 crew members involved in the incident.
What did the pilot have to do with it?
Why would you lay off the pilot?
He was flying the fucking plane. He had no idea somebody was making pee-pee on the girl in fucking middle class.
Was he supposed to pull the plane over to the cloud on the left and kick the guy out? How does this work? He's flying the fucking plane. Leave the pilot alone.
Hey, you. Get off of my cloud. Like, no, I agree. I was the pilot and shit for this.
Oh, my God.
There was someone urinating on someone in row 42A on your watch. Yeah, just slamming into autopilot. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain. Would the person who is urinating on the lady in aisle 4A please come to the front so I can come on.
Right, I'm going to admonish you. That doesn't make sense to lay off the pilot.
Someone's got to be the fall guy every time.
No, I guess, but you need to get something ready, but don't play it yet.
Okay. Tell me one.
So there are 2 more little paragraphs here. And this is, so we just heard this story, but apparently there were others. Last year, a 33-year-old California man was charged in federal court after allegedly asking a Southwest Airlines flight attendant if she'd like to see his penis before urinating on the cabin floor.
Please, can I see your penis?
Next, in June,
It's happened where? On TikTok.
That's right. In June, a TikTok user posted a video of a drunken man who was hauled off a plane by Greek police for allegedly urinating on his brother and provoking a mid-flight fist fight.
A family spat. A good old round of rock, paper, scissors turned bad.
There's nothing like family pee.
Dr. Goose went terrible, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
on
right.
This flight.
Oh my God.
Why do you all have to pee on each other?
I don't know.
What is wrong with you?
Oh
boy. Are we done?
That's done with that story.
That's that one. Do we have? We still have a couple more before we get to.
We do. And I need you to get something ready again.
I'll be ready. But ladies and gentlemen, we're in a poopy situation this week. Let me just say that.
My goodness. First, we talked about urine. Now we're going to talk about poopy. This next story comes from the New York Post. The headline reads, Amazon delivery man falls into scary septic tank, gets trapped. Quote, the walls are caving in on me.
Now, we got to admit, this is a bad week for delivery drivers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what he had to do afterwards is even more awful.
Well, I'm already sitting in pea-soaked clothes. I can deal with just about anything.
Well, we'll talk about that when we get there. Someone's having a crappy day, literally. In a viral
It's happened where? On TikTok.
That's right. In a viral TikTok video.
TikTok this week.
In a viral TikTok video that's racked up more than 8 million views. An Amazon employee named Charles chronicled his journey after he fell into a septic tank while trying to deliver a package.
Can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
Aren't septic tanks like tanks?
They're supposed to be tanks
like
underground.
Enclosed tanks.
Right, an enclosed tank with a pipe leading from your house into the septic tank.
Right.
Carrying all the wastewater.
That's what I would think.
Right. Charles documented the disturbing saga in 3 parts. He labeled the series A Shitty Situation.
God bless his soul. He's fucking waiting in shit. And what's he thinking of? TikTok. God bless you.
In his first video, Charles explained that he was walking past a hole in the ground while trying to make a delivery at the customer's home when it subsequently collapsed and took him down with it. Quote, I'm like 6 feet down and I tried using these roots around me to get out and it just pulled more dirt on top of me. So I just called dispatch.
Well, he's calling dispatch. He's managing to film this.
Right.
Yeah.
He then explained that the walls were
called dispatch. I called 911 or NASA because I'm in fucking quicksand in the middle of nowhere.
He then explained that the walls were caving in on him. In the second update, Charles relieved his viewers by sharing that the fire department was on their way to do him a solid, but it didn't mean he was out of the woods just yet. He panned his camera to show himself submerged in gray tinted waste.
You're in shit, like literally, and you're thinking, I got this. I'm gonna be a social influencer. In all honesty, is that the first thing you'd think? Or would you get me the fuck out of here?
I'm calling everybody I can to get me the fuck out. I'm not talking about, posting it on TikTok. I'm standing in knee-deep sludge, piss, and shit, pretty sure. I really do not want to die in someone's fucking whatever you call these things. Falling into a septic tank is quite dangerous, and surface waters can be contaminated with pathogens such as E. coli and chemicals, according to the United States Environmental Protection Agency.
This is serious shit. No pun intended.
Literally. Charles said he hoped Amazon didn't make him finish his route. An answer he revealed in the grand finale clip. When he fell, he still had about 100 stops left on his shift.
Employer of the year, ladies and gentlemen.
Unfortunately for me, the answer to do I have to finish my route was yes. I guess I'm too nice, he said.
So he's stinking like shit with my package.
Well, they already sent someone to take 50 packages off me. So that's cool. Remember, he had over 100 to go. The delivery driver was eventually rescued by the fire department with an ambulance and even a helicopter on hand to assist.
Look at the look on his face. They brought in a helicopter, and Amazon is making them do 50 more deliveries.
That's right.
Remember this, ladies and gentlemen.
They dug him out of the hole by tossing him a ladder. The fire chief told me that was a dangerous situation I was in, and I probably didn't realize how dangerous it was because when we got there, he said, don't move. Afterward, he said he went home to take a quick shower, change clothes, and yes, finish his deliveries. On the comments on the TikTok video, people were concerned. They said you should get blood work done to make sure you didn't contract hepatitis or other waste-borne illnesses. It said, please file a workers' comp claim and seek medical treatment to be sure you're not exposed to something.
Can you confirm this? They tossed him a ladder.
That's what it said. They tossed him a ladder. Where the fuck is the story? I keep losing.
Great.
The fire department was there, and they tossed him a ladder.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, kind of along the same subject line to close off the weird news portion of things today, and then we do have our second most anticipated Twitter shits before we do anything else. This young lady does something very interesting.
She does. Instead of everything going to a septic tank, this next story coming from the New York Post says, "I burn poop to save money. It makes me happy." I burn poop to save money. It makes me happy.
It makes me. It's like a song. Burn poo, be happy.
With Pooker making a guest appearance.
Poo. I can't believe these people are real.
She's not shitting you. One woman in England was found to has found a way to save money by burning poop, and she can't hold in her secret any longer. Kelly Wheeler uses miniature horse feces.
Is this kind of like along the lines of I'd like to buy the world a Coke? She can't hold it in any longer.
I guess.
She's
like shouting it out to the world.
A log of poop.
In perfect harmony.
Yeah, see?
Kelly Wheeler uses miniature horse feces to make bricks, which she then takes to fuel the stove at her work. In addition to using solar lights outside, Wheeler claims that she's been able to save around $60 a month on her energy bills. Wheeler, who runs an outdoor ropes course center, uses the poop of miniature Shetland Sketchley and American miniature horse Hugo to make the bricks. She said that once it's all said and done, there's absolutely no smell.
Come on.
I don't buy that in a second.
Yeah, it's got to stink.
You're burning shit. It's going to stink.
It smells like poo.
Shit, yes. Yeah. Wheeler has even used the energy from the bricks to cook her colleagues a full English breakfast.
Oh.
I am not eating food cooked on shit bricks.
What is this special formula? I cooked it on poo.
I cannot tell you how happy it makes me, Wheeler told The Sun. I love to reuse and recycle, and we stay warm in the office for free, and we can boil the kettle and cook on top. It's amazing. In order to create the bricks, they use a high-powered briquette making machine and then dry them out in a log shed. The business can make about 50 bricks in 1 hour and burn through about 30 or 40 bricks in a single day. Now I have a question.
Who came up with this fucking idea? That's my fucking question.
I have an even more pertinent question. They make 50 bricks a day.
Yeah.
They're using the shit from 2 miniature horses. How much do those horses shit?
Yeah.
To make 50 bricks every single day.
And those are big bricks.
Yeah, those aren't like little tiny little things like this. How much are these horses shitting?
No idea.
Wheeler admitted that it can get a bit dirty when you are in the process of making the bricks, but that doesn't matter much to her and her colleagues. We're doing our bit for the planet and saving money as well, Wheeler said. As a small business, any way we can save money really makes a difference. Although it might be good for the planet.
Line of fucking bricks. That's like a Nike fucking thing in China.
Although it might be good for the planet, some people are concerned about her money-saving method, but she says it's solid. We've had a mixed reaction, Wheeler explained. Lots of people have contacted us asking how we make the bricks, and they want to try it out. People come down and we show them what to do. Others are more surprised and ask whether it smells.
So we now have a class where we learn to make poop bricks.
That's right. I have a little side note to this story.
Oh, I can't wait.
This is not the most recent breakthrough in poo news.
Wait a minute. I've got to get a sound effect for this. I'm taking a second to get there, but we've got a side note in poo news.
Earlier this month, scientists in Switzerland claimed that poop might be able to save the world one day to bring humanity back from near extinction if needed.
Poop is going to save the world.
Poop will save the world. Hold while I write things down.
Yes, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you here today. You may not believe us with this sovereign news. We know what can save the world and reverse all this climate change and all the things that Greta Thunberg is standing against. Poop can save the world.
I was just going to say, somebody alert Greta.
Yeah.
We are saving the world one.
Did you see Greta getting carried away the other day? It was beautiful.
No, I don't pay attention to that idiot.
Fuck it. I don't care what disease she has. Someone should urinate on her.
Well, now that she's an adult, she's open. She's an open target to be made fun of. When she was 16 years old, first on the scene, I didn't want to say anything about her because she's a child.
Right.
She's a fucking adult now, and she's a fucking idiot.
And we can.
Okay, what disease you have? You're a fucking idiot and a fucking moron.
Greta, let's start an OnlyFans.
Oh,
want to pee on you.
Hey, Greta, how about you go to China and lecture them on climate change? And how about you go to India and lecture them? Stop lecturing the Western world, who are the cleanest fucking people on this planet.
There you go, Greta. Nobody likes you. You got no friends here, Greta. No friends here. Are we done with this?
That was it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, cooking poop. You only hear it here on Cave Crew Radio. All right, so before we move into anything else, ladies and gentlemen, we did promise you one more edition of our special new segment this year, and that is Twitter Shits. Mike Jolitz reads it. You write it. He reads it. Here we go.
Now, it's time for another edition of Twitter Shits with Mike Jolitz.
Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads the fucking shit. All right. All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Twitter Shits. Yes, everybody, it is a Twitter Shits. I am Mike Jolitz, and guys, here is the ridiculous story. Alrighty, so Brittany Griner received the same honor as fallen military hero Pat Tillman, and the social media went crazy. So Brittany Griner was awarded the Arizonan of the Year by the Arizona Republic, shit newspaper here in Arizona. It's not necessarily a great thing to get Arizonan of the Year. Pat Tillman, yes. Brittany Griner, no. The award goes to somebody who's talked about the most throughout the year. So that's why Brittany Griner got Arizonan of the Year. And here are the tweets. Brad Steinberg tweeted, polar opposites, a guy who fought for our country and a guy who's anti-America.
And then,
At Lunatic tweeted, anybody else didn't know who Brittany Griner was before all this?
and then,
At Adam Scrotum tweeted, so much scissoring about to happen at the Grindr house.
and then,
Brandon Michaels tweeted, she absolutely deserves that award. Good for her.
nah.
To which, at Bumbledick replied, you can simp for the dude all you want. He's not gonna bang you.
And then,
At Feck Brittany Griner tweeted, you fucking kidding me?
and then,
At the Arizona Republic sucks. This is why no one buys your paper. Liberal rag, literal trash.
and then,
At Cardinals fan tweeted, why not Cliff Kingsbury? He's in Thailand looking for ladyboys. He's a hero too.
And then?
At Beer Butt Chugger, what's next? Biden's going to give her the Medal of Freedom.
And then?
And finally, in the Twitter shits, at Not the Grub tweeted, no love for Jodi Arias?
And then?
No, and then. Alrighty, guys, that does it for this Twitter shits episode. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If not, I tried. You guys take care. I'll be back soon with another Twitter shits.
Mike Jolet's Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolet's Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolet's Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads the fucking shit. All right. All right.
Could I nominate another character in the Weaver show?
Ooh.
Adam Scrotum.
I have to write this down. Hold on.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, I'm sure it's real. It may play himself.
So we need, I'm running out of room here.
I know. This is going to be a great, this could be like 8 seasons. Not like you or I have time to do this, but the Weavers are moving out. All right, folks, another very fun part of the show we like to bring to you. And here we go.
Everyone from Florida is
Cave Crew Radio presents Florida in the News.
It seems there is never a shortage for this segment anymore.
There's always something going on in Florida.
Look at this gentleman.
And if Florida had a face, that would be it.
This would be him. This is the face. It's your future. This is what you are.
That is the face of Florida. The first Florida story comes from clickorlando.com. A headline reads, 74-year-old Florida man on electric scooter threatened, chased 2 with a knife. A 74-year-old man is accused of chasing 2 people with a knife while riding an electric scooter, according to the Rockledge Police Department. During a verbal disagreement, Daniel Zarelli retrieved an 8-inch blade from a drawer in his home and actively followed a woman throughout his residence in his scooter
These
Monday
scooters
evening.
are crazy. He's like, I'm going home. I'm going to get the device. Like,
so these are like, these are the I guess it's the scooter that you see like a lot of like
the Walmart people.
The Walmart people,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. Zarelli's alleged.
He must have like a bat cave ramp in his house. Goes in, he gets a knife and boom, away he goes again.
And you know what? It's pretty easy to get away. You could just kind of sneak behind him because then he's going to turn the scooter around and you could just stay behind him the whole time.
Or if you turn sharp, he's going to roll over.
He's going to flip.
Yeah.
I could just picture him trying to turn around like that scene in Austin Powers.
Yeah.
He's hitting the wall on either side. And it would take forever.
But you know how movies are, right? It's like, and we're all yelling at the person running, right? Like, just dive. He's going to flip. I can't dive. I'm freaking out too much. Like,
right. And it's not like these scooters go very fast. So all you got to do is run left or right and you're free.
Well, I protest that. Those scooters fucking scoop.
I've never seen them go very fast.
Have you ever seen them go from the celery to the fucking broccoli in like 2.1? I'm telling you.
Is that how they advertise them?
Yeah.
Like car commercials, you go 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds.
Yeah,
You go from broccoli to celery in 5 seconds.
I'm there with my cart and I'm stopping and I'm giving the right way. Those things fucking fly, man. Those people are having the time of their lives. They got that orange flag on top of the fucking scooter. They're having a blast. It's almost worth being disabled.
Oh my God. Zarelli's alleged statements of wanting to kill the woman prompted her to run from the residence. Police said Zarelli then targeted a man outside of the home, chasing him around a car, which was a rental signed in the man's name, and down the street while still holding the knife. So now, like I said, he's in his scooter. I said, get behind him. But this guy just ran around the car a few times.
Yeah.
And this guy's always having to, like he's in the fucking Daytona 500.
This
He's got
guy's
to turn
a pro.
left all the time.
He's a
constantly
pro.
turning left.
I got
Zarelli slashed the car's left rear tire with willful and malicious intent.
So this is like Waterworld or something like that. He's not just riding around. He's fucking slashing tires while he's going. This guy's a fucking animal.
He's slashing tires and taking names. He slashed the tires with willful and malicious intent, causing approximately $500 in damages. When officers arrived, they said Zarelli was seen still holding the knife and actively following the woman up the driveway of the residence. Upon speaking with him, officers reported smelling alcohol on Zarelli's breath, as well as hearing Zarelli spontaneously utter that he wanted to stab the man he was chasing while he had the chance. Zarelli was booked at the Brevard County Jail on multiple charges, including 2 instances of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, both felonies. Police also said Zarelli was on felony probation during the incident. He's being held on $26,000 bond and is expected to make his first appearance in court on February 1st.
So you're a judge. You're the highest judge of your in court, Ellie. And you get this before you. How do these judges keep a straight face? Because I can imagine the shit they got to go through. Case number 141-A1. Prosecutor is claiming defendant was riding a scooter with a samurai sword, slashed tires, and wanted to kill the person he was chasing. Your Honor.
But if you're in Florida, I'm sure that's not the weirdest thing you've heard that day.
Oh, Scott, have you ever been to Florida? I never see this shit. Like, where does this happen? Am I not turning right? I turn left when I should turn right. I'm missing all this shit. I'm telling you.
You have to get out of the tourist area because when you go to Florida, you're obviously on vacation. You're doing the vacation spots. You got to go into the neighborhoods and see this. That's where these things happen. They're never going to happen in the vacation spots wherever you're going. They're always going to happen in the neighborhoods.
All right, we'll do this one, and then I think we got to skip one because we got to make sure we get to the last one.
Okay.
So, yeah, this gentleman trying to trump the guy.
Remember, earlier this evening, we had the people urinating on each other and on the floors of airlines and all of that. Keep that in mind as I read the story.
It's National Urination Day. Go out and pee on something, your vehicle, your pet, your significant other. Pee on something tonight.
Hold.
Just do it. I mean, after every show, I really got to pee and I waste it. I put it in the toilet. I'm going to put my pee to good use tonight. I'm going to pee on someone.
Hopefully not anyone in your house.
Or something. I mean, just pee.
Pee on the new washing machine.
It's a completely... Yes. I am going to pee in the washing machine, ladies and gentlemen.
Brand new washing machine. Yeah. He's going to pee in it.
The laundry doesn't smell too fresh today, dear.
The next story comes from WFLA News. Headline reads, arrested man uses homophobic slurs, urinates on police station floor.
Just fucking whip it. I'm really feeling this tonight, though, Big B. Like, at first, when I first heard the story about the guy on the plane, I'm sitting here in my chair. The closer we get to the end of the show, I'm feeling the urge to pee. Maybe I'll pee in my camera. Just like everyone pee.
I will go upstairs and use the bathroom like everybody else.
I don't feel like it anymore. These stories are making me feel like it's okay to be one of those letter people and just pee.
Well, this man urinated on a police station floor and called officers homophobic slurs while being questioned for vandalizing homes in a South Florida trailer park.
Right. I dare you accuse me of vandalizing things.
32-year-old Michael Jackson was arrested by Miami-Dade police for cutting wires to home surveillance and cable
Michael
television
Jackson.
systems. Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Cutting cable television systems in a Gladview trailer park on December 30th. Four neighbors reported the crime and provided police with photos of the suspect. Jackson was identified by a neighbor and arrested at his home. While being interviewed at a Miami-Dade police station, Jackson urinated on the floor and used a homophobic slur towards officers. According to the report, after the interview was over, Jackson allegedly grabbed his penis and purposely urinated on the interview room floor and then told the cops using a homophobic slur, "Pick it up."
I love how elaborate police officers are. He grabbed his penis
and purposely urinated on the floor.
He didn't just take it out like the rest of us do to pee. He grabbed his penis.
That's right. Jackson has been charged with 5 felony burglaries and 6 misdemeanor criminal mischief charges and is being held without bond. At the time of the crimes, Jackson was out on felony bond already.
For doing something else really bad.
Yes. It doesn't say what.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to skip our one story because we got to go to this one because this one's kind of cute. It involves bondage. And last week, what was their story last week there? Oh, the guy went to the massage and she grabbed his junk.
Yes.
Remember that one? Yeah.
Yes.
This one ends much worse.
Much worse.
Much worse than the guy who went in for a simple, manicure and massage. And I forget her name, but it was something like Macau or something like that.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah,
yes.
grabbed his junk and he was completely offended and called 911. This one doesn't turn out as good. It's along the same lines, kinda. Just involves leather.
Right.
Yeah.
The final Florida story news story of the night comes from the Miami Herald. Headline reads: "Sexual bondage date turned deadly when victim bit man's genitals."
So, before you read this, I don't delve in the darkness. I don't go that way, but wouldn't you think if you're involved in this kind of society, if that's what you want to call it, things may not end out good? Yeah, I drink that too, baby. This is getting really bad tonight. But wouldn't you? And I know you got another one. You don't have to show me. But like for me, I need a hobby. I'm going to take up a pickleball or maybe I will try golf again. It didn't turn out too well for me the first try, but I need to do something now. I'm not coaching hockey. I play golf. I don't go to the dark web, if that's what you call it. I
have a question for you, and we haven't asked this question in a while. We need an update. Have you raped?
No, I have no urge, no drive whatsoever. I also do not want a ping pong ball tied in my mouth while someone nibbles on my nutsack. No urge whatsoever.
You sure?
No urge. despite the places this show brings me.
But you will go urinate on something tonight.
I like that.
Not
because
the toilet.
your urination is like a free thing, right? Like you're just. But the idea of being like tied up, and I'm just gonna nibble. I'm not gonna bite you real hard. It's okay. Try. No. Now, if I would have been the guy last week having the massage and somebody grabbed my junk, depending how aggressive they were, and they were using lubrication, I might have gone along with it. But bondage is out of my way. Urinating, grabbing my junk in a massage parlor, I'm okay with.
See, now we know
I have not done it, but I'm okay going to that side of the crazy.
How do you know you're okay with it if you haven't done it?
I haven't, but I feel more comfortable than having a fucking ping pong ball in my mouth and have my hands tied behind my back with some stranger I don't even know.
So you're saying you wouldn't want to be the gimp from Pulp Fiction.
Exactly.
Got it.
I'm not into this dark. Anyway, so what happened to this guy when the guy nipped his testicle?
A man's bondage sex date turned deadly when the partner he met online took offense to being bitten on the genitals.
That would bother me too. I just want to say that would bother me too.
Investigators discovered a motive when they tracked down the last person who had been in contact with the victim. It took 4 months to arrest the 34-year-old suspect, who has been charged with manslaughter and possession of methamphetamine. On September 5th, 2022, the Osceola County Sheriff's Office responded to an address in Kissimmee, Florida, regarding a suspicious death. The deceased victim was wearing a bondage gear and appeared to have trauma to his body.
What a way
You know where that means.
Grandma tells you, always put on clean underwear in case you get hit by a bus. What a way to be found dead in bondage gear.
Always put on clean underwear if you're found dead with bondage gear.
And remember, what does it say on that motherfucker's tombstone right now? The poor family. Can you identify the body? He's got a leather mask on. He's lying like this.
Oh, I recognize that mask. That's
I
Jeff.
can tell by the mole on his tummy.
Oh, look, George is over there. I recognize the studded cock ring.
Yeah.
The medical examiner's office had ruled the death was caused by blunt force trauma and strangulation. Detectives identified Bryant Scott DeMello as the last person to see the victim alive.
So
DeMello
basically, wait a minute. Basically, you're telling me as soon as the guy nibbled on his knob, he went from David Banner to the Hulk in like 2 seconds.
As soon as,
That's you. He didn't even use the safe word. He just fucking killed the guy.
And I would say that was his plan all along.
Yeah, okay. You could
DeMello was arrested January 3rd in Seminole County, located north of Orlando, and he has since given detectives detailed information about how the bondage sex game went bad. Bondage is a type of sex play that involves consensually tying or restraining a partner in a sex position to give or receive sexual pleasure.
I said Redfoot Blue.
DeMello told detectives he and the victim met in an online chat group for sexual encounters, and the two arranged to meet in person. According to Mr. DeMello, during oral sex, the victim bit down on his penis, which caused Mr. DeMello to beat the victim.
Rage.
The victim suffered severe injuries and was knocked unconscious. DeMello then left without calling 911 or rendering aid.
Exactly.
Being held by the Seminole.
My fucking penis. Like, that's crossing the line.
Would that be self-defense? Can he do the self-defense?
You can't bite my penis. Like, that's the word. You asked me if I've raped. Have you bit penis?
No, never.
Of course not.
I've
It's
never
terrible.
I've never been near one to even attempt that.
That's got to be the most awful thing in the world.
He's being held by the Seminole County Sheriff's Office for extradition to Osceola County. At the time of arrest, he was in possession of methamphetamine.
Does he
The
have
identity
marks
of the victim has not been released.
Does he have marks on his penis? Is there evidence?
Well, if he bit down, I'm sure there is.
There must be
something there.
tooth marks on the foreskin.
There's got to be something, right?
Oh my God. I love that story. I don't know which one I like better, the one who got his junk grabbed or, of course, it was a much more fatal ending.
This one, yes. This was much more fatal.
A much sadder ending. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. I don't know how much I got written down. I'll give it to you. And then we'll go over to Big B. This makes sense. I wrote down outrage her modesty.
I wrote down the exact same thing.
Okay, so that makes sense. I'm reading it. I'm going, outrage her modesty. This is a parody account.
Okay.
Fruity Pebbles and vodka. And my favorite, ladies and gentlemen, from the pre-show, may not be the show name tonight. There's no way I'm going to win it 2 weeks in a row. But I wrote down, like shooting fish in the barrel.
There you go.
No idea what that is. Big B has to have 5 this week.
You are correct.
Yeah, I knew you'd bounce back. You had a bad week last week.
Yeah, it was a slow week for me, I guess.
What do you got?
First one would be the category of a show note. Fall on the floor and pretend I'm cleaning it.
Well, yeah, I thought I
That
wrote
was
that.
you who wanted to be a sponge.
Yeah, man. Yeah, pretend
I'm cleaning it.
What a great role-playing game without anyone getting hurt.
Next one I have, you don't have to write this because you have it too. Outrage her modesty.
Yeah. And where did that come from? Why do we...
That was the Indian guy who peed on the old lady.
Oh,
he was charged with outraging her modesty.
Okay, got you. Okay. That's got to be in the show notes.
I would assume, yes, especially since we both have it. The next one I have is you just blatantly blurted out, pee on something tonight.
Just do it.
Just do it. Go find something and pee on it.
I mean, it wasn't like at least 2 stories about it. And then 2 and,
Of course. The next one was my favorite up until, I don't know, like a minute ago, because I was going back and forth. This was airline pajamas and socks.
Yeah, that's weird, eh?
Yeah, I've never heard of that in my life.
That will definitely be a show note.
But this last one is my favorite for the show name. And it's a breakthrough in technology and science. Ladies and gentlemen, poop will save the world.
I love it. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I love it. Poop will save the world. I do like that. I do like that. We've got some good ones. We've had a good time, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to Mike Jolis for doing 2 Twitter shits and Mike reads the news.
Mm-hmm.
Until we meet again, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, if you like hockey, you can join us on Monday nights. I doubt there's a crossover of many listeners. Mike Jolis is there too.
Hey, yeah. Mike Jolis does his Sports Minute.
There you go. See you later.
Later.
Thank you to all the listeners on our affiliate stations. To find out more, check out Cave Crew Radio on Facebook and Twitter.
I want you to pack up and get out.
Get the hell out of here!
Go. Just go. Get out. Get the hell out!
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
And then I tweeted, I have many millions between Facebook and Twitter. It's great. It's like owning a newspaper without the losses. It's incredible.